Welcome, everybody. Anthony here with the Bulbaritos, bringing you a brand new live stream. And today we are diving into episode 11 of the Bulbattalion show, where we're going to be joined by Lambo and Hova. We're just going to be rocking with me on cam today, Hova and Lambo. We're just making it a fun, interesting show today. We are going to be mainly talking about matches from last week. What were some unorthodox things that we saw? If we may have some special guests hop on the voice chat. We'll see how it goes. Y'all know it's always a secret. It's always a surprise. We don't even know. But we are going to be doing that. We are going to talk about the quarterfinal matches going on this week. I do have a couple of unfortunate announcements. So my wife and I, y'all know we have other businesses as well. We are going to be photographing a wedding out of town tomorrow. So I will be unfortunately missing the first cast. I will try my best to make it for 13 UTC, but I highly doubt it because we're going to be driving early morning. But I am shooting for 15 UTC to try to make that cast on Sunday. So we will most likely be only streaming one cast this weekend because we are going to be shooting a wedding, which I'm absolutely excited for. You can ask the wife in chat. She's excited too. It has ghost and haunted, and it's a well-known wedding venue in Austin that has been for it's been for a very long time. It's existed, so she's excited. I don't even want to get into it. It's freaky, but yeah, I hope y'all are ready for the episode. It should be a very good one. A very, we're gonna condense it down a little bit, and then I'm gonna combine my bets portion at the very end. Once we let everybody go, I will do my bets, do all my stuff, because I won't be able to make the video for tomorrow morning. So I'm going to combine everything today. So if you're looking for the bets, this is the place to do it. But we will do that at the very end of the Bulbattalion show. So welcome, everybody. Pleasure having y'all. If you're new to the channel and you love yourself some Rise of Kingdoms, do me a favor, sub to the channel, hit that bell icon so you don't miss a single video or live stream. And if you want more Rise of Kingdoms content, more and more, smash that like button. I know we've slacked a little bit this week, but I promise you, it's for good reason. We are in the works of doing one of the biggest projects for the Burrito Gang that we've done to date. For those of y'all who are members, you've seen the little sneak peek. There was a longer timer on that one. I won't show it to the general public till probably about 30 days out. But y'all got a little sneak peek at what we're working on. I'm working on vendors, merch. There's a lot of stuff that's coming out. But I will let y'all know that it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be phenomenal. And I hope y'all are as excited as I am. But let me fire up some music. Let's get this party started. And then we will bring everybody in. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Let's get this. Get that. Okay. Hello.
What's happening?
What's happening? How's it going, brother? Dude, Hova, okay, so I wasn't sure, so I set up the graphics, so we're gonna have to kind of like crudely paste you into these graphics. All right?
That's okay.
All right, give me a second. Let me.
A little late.
It's all right. I know we're all a little crazy busy right now. Let me see if I can plug Hova in here. Give me 1 second, chat. Well, if y'all want to, let's go ahead while I'm adding this in. We can talk about a couple of the matches. We are going to save the 1v versus OV and the LIG versus Boobs matches for the very end. But we can go ahead and talk about the boobs. We can go ahead and talk about the other matches from last weekend. Y'all's opinions, quick. It doesn't have to be super long-winded. Just kind of what y'all thought about them. So we'll start with JWM versus K374.
I mean, pretty much exactly what I thought would happen would happen. It was a good match, but I thought K374 would come out on top, and they did. JWM is strong in the middle, strong in the structure game, but I think 374 just has a better team strategy than did JWM this last week.
Yeah, I kind of want to echo what you said, Lambo. But what I'm thinking that's a little bit different than what I wanted to add is the execution. So I think JWM has a good strategy, has a good good flow and good idea around that. However, the actual execution of it was different. Like K374 like really executed their strategy to the T.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think a lot of people thought when we were saying that we thought JWM was gonna win. Sorry, Hova's like massive on the screen right now, and I'm trying not to laugh. I'm trying not to laugh. Yeah, he's like Jumbo. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this beautiful man. Look at you know what I mean? Look at this guy. Look. We'll just do this. Here's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Here's the show. Look at this. Look, we'll just do that. Okay, so I thought it was going to be that.
Send your $1 bills.
Yeah, send your digital dollars, everybody. Right? We'll put you right there. That way you don't cover up our beautiful Lambo.
Oh, you can cover me up. I'm just a graphic anyway.
Oh,
I don't mind.
All right, there you go. But yeah, he'll be Lambo right here. Look at this. We're gonna make him Lambo for the day. There you go. But yeah, I thought that K374 executed phenomenally. I think JWM did a very good job. But it just came down to mid game, and I think what we thought was gonna happen in middle happened in middle. You know, they held on occupation. They did everything that JWM traditionally does very well. But they did the one thing that other teams don't do against them, which is the art. You know, they kept in middle very convincing, and that's what I like, you know. So shout out to both teams. It was a very, very good match. You know, and then K374 moved on. UCS versus SX54. It's not to take, I'll start with this one off. It's not to take anything away from SX54. They did a phenomenal job throughout the entire season. Fighting, competing, doing all that. I think they just ran into a team that we consider a top 4 team right now. You know, a lot of people see them in finals right now, and I'm still not on that bandwagon. Just based on what I saw occupation wise, they struggled a little bit in this match. I know the score doesn't really show that, but they dominated the middle, which is the reason why the score looks the way it looks. But occupation wise, they were not as convincing as I thought they were going to be. So that is something we're going to keep our eyes out on this week, in my opinion. But I was still convinced by UCS in this match.
Yeah. I mean, I think UCS, it was so funny. It was a couple months ago, before even the top 32 was established. Someone said in like one of the whale chats that UCS was a terrible team. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
What?
Like, what terrible team consistently makes top 16? Like,
yeah, they've made top 16. They're one of the only teams to make top 16 every single season.
They're absolute beasts. And if, just a disclosure, if you see me looking down, we are fighting a little bit in KVK, so I'm just organizing a little bit of that.
No worries.
So if you see the top of my head, that is what I'm doing. But I think
I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there.
But if UCS does continue to play like they play, I think they'll be a serious contender.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, has UCS even had a match yet where they've been within only a few thousand points? You know, they pretty much dominated the group stage.
They have wrecked
the knockout stage. I think their closest was 13,000. I'm looking at the scores now.
Hold on.
And then
I'm gonna have to.
Group playoff stage. I mean, they totally wiped the floor with TXIK and 412A. You know, and 412A's in the top 16 also, and you know, they pretty much handled the SX54, who has been a very good team both last season and this season, you know. So I think UCS is going to make some strides this year and get out of well, obviously they're in the top 8 now, but I'm thinking top 4 for sure.
Oh, I like it. So you have them. Well, I guess that will dive into kind of your predictions for this week. So it'll be very interesting. I think this week's matches, there's massive potential for some really big upsets. I think there's one that a lot of people are sleeping on, But we'll kind of get into that here in a hot second. Look, there's Hova again.
Oh my god.
Fathead Hova. That's what happens, boys and girls, when you here. I'll put you in the corner. You're in the corner. You're in the corner. All right.
I'm gonna have to pull up my LD.
Honestly, though, the teams that are in this top 8, either team could win on any given Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, if K374 beats UCS, I wouldn't call it an upset. If any one of these teams beats the other team, it's not what I would call an upset. These are 8 fantastic teams.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna skip over the 1v1 because we're gonna bring that up. I have some special clips for us to check out. C9N versus 114K. I didn't watch this one, but we did keep an eye on it for the watch party. And a lot of people, when I constantly get everybody to keep giving me updates on the matches throughout the match, so that I can see how the matches are kind of, score wise are playing out. And they let me know about the arcs. The community is very, very good. Our community is very, very good about keeping us, oh, they're holding the arc, they're doing this, like they're giving us a play-by-play so that our members can watch. And I consistently heard C9N, 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 arc in the middle, C9N structures, C9, like it was C9N everywhere. And then it was kind of the 114K hurrah at the very end, which is what they've been doing to try to bring it all back. So throughout the entire chat, I kept hearing 3,000 to 4,000 that they were down. And then they brought it really close at the end. And then this is what they lost by. So it was by what, 1,800 points, which is not, guys, this is what we expect from top 16. We expect really close matches. These are two very good teams. I know I had C9N winning this one, but it was not by much. And overall, I think C9N are one of those teams that will consistently make top 8. But I don't know if I believe that they will that they have the potential to break in to the top 4. And that is my only worry about them this coming week. And we'll talk about that. But I do think they're pretty good in top 16 to win you a match. And then kind of, but that's kind of all I can say. I didn't personally watch that match, but if y'all did, then let me know what y'all thought about it.
C9N is one of those teams that's always in the top 16. I think OB beat them in the top 16 last season. Don't quote me on that though. But they're very, very consistent. And there's a lot to be said about experience in these league games. Teams like C9N, teams like UCS, like OB, like the 114s, like the 1008s that are consistently in the top 16. They've got that match experience. I wouldn't count them out against 1V, but I think 1V is going to win this. I think their game is slightly above that of C9N right now today, if we're looking at the match that happens on Sunday.
What about you, Hova?
I mean, 114K has been. I think they've been foreshadowed, or maybe that's not quite the word, but I think Song has really taken the reins from them per se, but only because of just kind of what they have accomplished so far, and that doesn't make 114K a bad team. I think Song came out of left field and really took it to the next level, and that level is kind of something that we've seen 114K be at for 2-3 seasons. So to see them kind of scroll down, oh my god.
Oh, he saw us, boys. We gotta reduce him down. Sorry.
Yes, reduce me down, please. But to see C9N pull off what they did against just basically, did they beat SW? Yeah, they beat SW. Okay. Who did they beat last round? Before 114K.
Who's C9N? Let me see. Come on, click on the name. Oh,
L359, FN, and Smash Squad.
and Smash
Group
Squad. Yeah,
playoff stages.
that was their group. FN, Smash Squad, and L359. What Lambo said.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just a really solid team. There's no other way to describe it besides solid. You have to be solid to beat 114K.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I have to do this real quick because everyone always asks me for it, so I gotta do it for you. Okay. Hold on. One second.
Why is Chuni smashing Mad Phantom?
No, he's not.
Okay, he was. Now he's smashing Hova on the side of the head.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Oh, we have to. Oh, what's up, MF? MF's in the chat. Meow, Nugget.
what's
Meow.
going on?
I have to say the Hamid cry. Girls who have beautiful face, beautiful eyes, juicy lips, silky hair, Asian or Europe, Eastern or Western, black or white. If you are one of this, please come attendance with your sweet kisses to Hamid Khan.
Hamid Khan.
Hamid Khan.
All right. What's going on, MF? How's it going, buddy? Sexy, dude. Lambo's sexy voice, dude. He could be one of those. What do you call it? The after dark on the phone? You know what I'm saying? Those little hotline. How's it going? All right, we're gonna leave. All right, TR.
I think MF is probably sick of my voice today. We've been on comms for a good 12, 13 hours straight.
Wasn't it Reaper's birthday?
Oh, was it Reaper's birthday? Dude,
It was Watcher's birthday.
Watcher.
Okay, all right, you ready? All right, you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear whoever you are, my friend. Happy birthday to you.
Headphones on because my dog would start howling.
All right, let's go.
A for effort.
Yes. I put many vocal lessons into this one. All right, TR versus Smash Squad. I know. You know, I went with my boy Groggy. Of course, he let me down. I'm just kidding. Groggy never lets me down. But it was TR versus Smash Squad. 44K, 35.6K. I'm not sure. This was one that we kept following on the chat as well. But this one never felt like I kept hearing anything that got closer than 4,000 points throughout the entire match. I don't think I heard it go under 4K, which it might have. I didn't get a by the minute update, but every time I got an update, it was by at least 4K to 6K. It was always in that realm, which from what I kept hearing, I think TR were beating them in mid, which doesn't surprise me because TR are very, very good in mid. I think the team that is going to compete with them is the team that is going to force TR to choose between either mid or occupation. And I don't know if Smash Squad was the team to do that. I think Song definitely will be that team. So we'll dive further into that one. But I lost a bet. I'm not ashamed to say this. I lost a bet to Thor on this one. I made the gold bet with Thor that Smash Squad wouldn't make top 16. They broke my heart. And I lost some gold over it, so they can always hold that over my head. And they finally broke into that top 16. Congratulations to them. But TR took the W on this one, so I'm excited to talk about this match once we get into these here in a hot second. Who do you got, Hova? Or what were your thoughts? Did you see this one?
My thoughts, I mean, on the TR game,
Yes.
it was really impressive. I mean, TR basically rolled them. I mean, it's a 9,000 point game, but something like 9,000 at a stage like this, it's substantial. And watching the game, I think TR had all the arcs. And when a team gets all the arcs, you have to do something special to pull out on top. And the SW just didn't quite make it through. So TR is definitely going to be a really powerful. TR against Song is easy. This is a quarterfinal game, but this could easily be the championship game.
Yep.
In my eyes.
Yep. And we're going to talk about this one because that's actually one of the ones I do want to talk about for sure once we talk about this week. What about you, Lambo?
Yeah, I think we have the two best teams on this half of the bracket facing each other in these quarterfinals. TR has elevated their game this season to another level like they have never seen before.
Yep.
And originally I picked Song to make it to the championship, but after seeing that match last week against a very good Smash Squad team, I think I would pick TR over Song in a very close match this week.
And that's actually gonna be, for those of you who don't know, if you're waiting to the very end, TR is actually my surprise bet this week. That is the match that everybody and I don't want to dive too far into it because we are going to talk about this match. But the match that I was telling everybody that I potentially see as the big upset this week is that match right there. It's TR versus beating Song. But we'll dive into that in a hot second. All right.
I'm sorry, was I not supposed to make my picks yet?
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine, bro. You're looking sexy out there. Don't you worry, bro. All right, JST versus 412A. I think we can it's not to brush over 412A, okay? I think we all had JST just running away with this one. It's not a shot. They had literally come off of winning the Korean Osiris League, a couple hours prior. I know Chuni was out there celebrating, watching Korean YouTubers cheerleading, dancing. Dude, it was so funny. I was dying of laughter. It was way too funny. But yeah, they were celebrating, having a good time, and then you get hit with 412A. And I think they just caught fire. You know, I know a lot of people knew JST are good, but we've been constantly saying throughout the entire season, JST are way better than just good. You know, they're way better than just good. They have potential to beat any team in this bracket. So this match didn't surprise me as much, and so I'll kind of leave it at that because I don't want to beat a dead horse on this one.
412A has Baba. Look out next season.
Dang, he's riling up the chat already.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was kind of that's what you kind of hit it. Like, it's a normal game, I guess. Like, everyone expected JST to beat 412A.
Yeah.
If 412A came up and would win or challenge them, then that would be the real kind of shocker. Just personally seeing how much JST works and prepares for games like this, it's no surprise.
Yeah.
And it will be no surprise when they beat Boobs.
Yo. All right, here we go. We're going into the other two that we're talking about. I am going to show you a couple of clips from the cast that we did on these. One was from a watch party. The other was from our actual cast, just so y'all can get a little context of what we're talking about. And we can kind of talk about it actually while we're playing the clips. I'm going to start off with the OV match first. Okay. I think we are all a little confused by this. Give me 1 second. Let me bring this up real quick. Is it this one? Yeah, here we go. Give me 1 second. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay. That's a little bit better. Here, let me see if I can enlarge this window a little bit. There we go.
Oh,
There,
please, my old man eyes can't see that.
can you see that? Is that better? I enlarged it full screen. Let me see. I'm just trying not to block part of the video. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So what this is going to show is a different strat that actually, sorry, this is the wrong one. Here's it. OV. There. Okay. So I have never seen OV run this strat ever. Okay. So OV dominated the first arc. They ended up pushing up super high over here by this node and just absolutely wrecked them. Okay. But I have never, as many casts as I've done with OV, have never seen them run this strat ever. And I'm still a little curious as to kind of what the idea was here. I think I have an idea, but I kind of want to show y'all this, and then I'm going to get the two guys to kind of give what they think they were trying to do, because a lot of these planned strats, they do all that kind of stuff. So let's fire up the clip, that way y'all can see what we're talking about first. All right, I'm not gonna have volume on, that way if y'all want to talk, y'all are more than welcome to talk. So basically OV is running this weird, do you remember the man, who was it?
The SNC1.
Yes. Where they did that, I think it was CB, wasn't it?
Yeah.
CB versus SNC1. I think it was for top the championship divisional championship, where they did this weird split strat. And I still to this day do not understand it. We did the breakdown were similar with that concept, and I don't really get the idea of it, because 1v is a lot, like I don't want to say they're a lot smarter, but they game plan for stuff like this, and so they literally do exactly what you should do in this scenario. Let me see if I can speed it up a little bit.
And you know, I don't know the strategy behind this. It's not something we did in OV when I was there. You know, maybe you can only use to the death or the attack or the defense buff on a total of 30 marches at one time. Maybe they were trying to get select marches on one side of the field to buff those folks instead of the other folks.
There you go.
I mean,
that would make sense.
Couldn't really tell you for sure exactly what was going on here. I mean, if it was a conscious effort to split the troops like that, I mean, obviously it didn't work.
Yeah. I think you actually hit it. That's actually what I was kind of thinking as well. I think you nailed it right on the head. I think it was specifically for skills. I think it was so that they could specifically focus on this amount, like you were saying. That way, to the death was used on the correct marches that would benefit the most from it. The thing that made me scratch my head was that they used to the death here and popped it, which is fine. That would work because it could benefit those guys on the side. I assume it was on the left, but they also did it on the third arc, which I won't bring that up because it's going to become a whole long-winded episode. But they did the same thing on the third arc and had the exact opposite result on the third arc. So I don't know. I honestly think if they would have just gone straight up and done a regular OV mid, I think they actually would have won this match. Like it's not.
I mean, what negative impact did that have, though? I mean, it didn't delay all the troops from getting into the battle. So I mean, what negative impact are you seeing from splitting those up like that?
I don't think the second one. I would have to. Maybe when I flip screens, I'll go find the third one. The second one, it actually was okay. They actually outnumbered them. They blew them out of the water. And actually, no, I think it was the opposite. Hold on. I need to look to see if there was a third arc. Hold on. Was there a third arc? I don't remember this. I know, yeah, I think 1v won this one, and I want to say there was a third one, but I don't remember.
You know, I think the thing too is we can sit here and analyze it after the fact.
Yeah.
Hindsight is always 20/20. You know.
Oh no, I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm not saying it in a bad way.
I know. But you know, OV took the championship season 1 and season 3. They were top 4 season 2.
Yeah.
I am nowhere near the level of strategy planning that those guys on OV are. So I will never question what they do with the strategy that they have.
Yeah.
Because I will never be at that level myself.
Yeah, if you're an OV, don't take this as a jab. Don't take it as a jab. I was just confused that kind of y'all's bread and butter was in the middle, and to try something really, really unorthodox. I get the you know, I just was confused by it. That's all. You know, and it's not a jab at y'all by any means. Okay, so all right, let's hop into. Let me flip back over to the screen real quick.
And I think Sen in chat hit it on the head.
Okay.
1V just had more troops there than OV did. you know, regardless of if you have some on the top, some on the bottom, if you don't have the numbers and commander selection is fairly the same for both teams, the team with the numbers and the fresh marches is going to win the middle.
Yeah. Okay. And like I said, guys, this wasn't a jab. It's just to highlight something that was a little unorthodox coming from OV. I've never seen him do that. And there's only one other team that I've seen run that split strat, and that was SNC1. So, you know, kudos to them for trying it. That match, oh man. Don't if your cheeks were not clenched at the end of that match, I don't know what, like, that is literally Osiris League, what you're looking for in Osiris League. You're looking at the barn burner to the very end. We were yelling. We were, you know, that's the best part of Osiris League right there. Regardless of the outcome, that was a phenomenal match between two really impressive teams. So don't take it as a jab or anything like that. It's just something that I'm bringing up as a show to show other people kind of, if you didn't miss the cast or somebody didn't catch it, that was something that they did that was very unique. So what did you think, Lambo, in regards to the match?
And 1V played a great match. You know, OV played a great match as well. It was a fantastic matchup. But I think, to me, this goes back to the Korean leagues. Does playing an extra competitive match against a completely different team consistently, does that give those teams an advantage? I mean, I think it's about Arc is about execution and timing. And when you have the ability to play another match and do that, perform that execution, get that timing down with those same people that you're going to be playing these league matches in. I mean, playing against another team in your own kingdom is not even close.
Yeah.
To playing against another kingdom entirely in a competitive environment. Now, teams like SX54, TR, they have the ability. They have two fantastic, solid teams in their kingdom. Top 16, you know, 114K, Song, two top 16 teams in their kingdom. You know, and I think we're seeing the elite teams in these leagues having two top tier teams in their kingdom where they can get those very competitive matches and practice matches in. And these Korean teams, in my opinion, are obviously benefiting from that in the Korean League environment.
Yeah, it's definitely not a bad thing, Lambo. It's definitely not a bad thing to get extra reps. Definitely only pros, like no cons in that manner. So
I think the one thing that I would say, and there's a lot of people that keep saying it, like, and I get Lambo's part, but a lot of people keep saying when they're choosing winners and stuff like that, they're like, oh no, not JST or 1V because they don't have as many reps, or they're new teams. I go, guys, are you completely forgetting about the Korean Osiris? They probably had more reps than most of the teams that are even in this top 16. You know, outside of the ones that have been here, the teams, which is very few of them, that have been here for all 4 seasons, they probably have more reps than almost all these teams in here, except for OV and the ones, like I said, the ones that have been here for very long. So if anything, like, it goes back to Lambo's point, the reps. Like, I get that, and on top of that, the testing, you know, the fact that you get commanders, you can test pairings, you can do, like, that is a huge thing that a lot of people don't talk about. When you have those accounts with, you know, invitational type commanders, all that kind of stuff, guys, you can test whatever the hell you want to test. You know what I mean? You want to test on level 1 passes to see how it's going to hold up, do whatever. You can test out of your mind. So
yeah,
it's not,
I mean, exactly. If they have test accounts with fully maxed command, every max commander on there, they can be doing testing up the ass, right? To figure out which pairings are working, which pairings aren't working, and which commanders they need to focus on for this league championship run, based on their Korean League championship and their quote unquote test accounts that they have there.
all right. Let's move on to this one. This one, oh man, I'm not gonna lie to you. This broke my heart. This broke my heart, and it breaks my heart to even have to talk about this. But they had it in the bag. They had it in the bag. And I get what some people were telling me in chat, but I don't see as a planner you doing such an aggressive strat and then not following it up. Okay, so this is for those of you who don't know, this is Boobs versus LIG, or 108 versus LIG match we casted, and they did literally the squad strat to perfection. The timing was very, very good. It was spot on. They did exactly what they needed to do, and we'll talk about it as the clip rolls, and y'all will kind of see. So they're at a regroup spot. Okay, so they're meeting up at a regroup spot. Everyone thinks they're going to swarm the shrine. They're moving up. If you look at the time on the timing for it looks like the timing when most people would be swarming just to kill their marches to go to rotate, or they're just automatically rotating. But this is where you see we caught it live on the cast, and they just V-line directly to the obelisk with all of these marches, and I mean straight V-line to perfection.
Well, for starters, that many marches heading to a shrine, which is a low point structure, should be a dead giveaway that something funky's happening.
So, you know, whether people are going to start catching on, doing all, you know, so here is where, when I was like, oh, I was super excited. I was already starting to, are they going to catch on? They need to break this rally. They need to have more troops. They need to do all this stuff. Okay. But here's the problem. I had people immediately jump in chat saying they are doing this to limit the teleport number for boobs. That was the sole purpose of this entire thing, was for them to take the obelisk to limit the number of teleports so they would stagger off the amount of people that would teleport forward. In that part, I can understand that it's rationale, it makes sense. But if you're gonna put that many troops into this kind of strat, and you get the obelisk, and you have the opportunity to port one big boy forward, or do something just to disrupt timing, do whatever, you do it, and they didn't.
Well, and I think your chat went down that teleport road because they didn't see LIG port in here.
Yeah.
So everybody started scratching their heads, going, "Okay, what's the purpose of this then?" And if you watch at the top, when they do occupy the structure, they get an instant 8 more teleport. You know, so everyone was thinking at that point in time, okay, maybe it's for the teleports, so they can get 8 more teleports in there, and they limit the number of boobs teleports. I mean, I think we were all just kind of scratching our head at that point in time, trying to figure out what the heck was going on here.
Literally, it took them about 5 minutes for Mad Phantom and Lambo to jump in the chat. And poor Redline. I love my boy Redline, but he's way too nice. Y'all came in here and just straight dunked on his cat. And Mad was so pissed off. He was like, these motherfuckers. Like, oh man, he was still rooting for him, but they literally, look, they've captured it. They've captured the obelisk. And we were there yelling, dude, we're scratching our heads. Look, you can see me up top. Oh, well, you can't see me up top. I'm scratching my head. I'm totally clueless what's going on. And then people are like, it's teleports. And I'm like, but they regenerate. It doesn't, like, you're slowing it down for a little bit, but it's 46 minutes left in the match. If this was done at 30 minutes, then maybe you can talk about that. But at 46 minutes, they're going to regen. And by the end of the match, at about the 20-minute mark, there was still like 4 people in the back. But half of the ones that you saved for were already moved forward. And it was that, like, I don't know. I think I would have played for disruption more than I would have played for teleports. But that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, even if you occupy it to get the 8 teleports, teleport the biggest fucking whale in there.
Yep.
To do
at least
some
one.
damage,
At least one.
Right? To disrupt some shit on the back end.
Correct.
And make them think about it. You know, at least one person. Like, I know if we did that, my line, MF or Reaper would be the first one porting over there. and you would have a hell of a time getting them out.
Exactly. Just get one guy. I don't give a shit if you don't send 5 people. I don't. But you put one big boy in there. That is for the next 46 minutes. Are you kidding me? 46 minutes of him 5 marching the shit out of everybody. Like, I know he has plenty of heals. You put MF over there and tell him, or put Mad, or put whoever, and tell them, hey, go ham. I know you have healing speeds. Just 5 march the shit out of everybody and force them to have to heal, or force them to have to contend with the obelisk over and over and over again. You're just disrupting, and one big boy moving up would have completely disrupted that entire flow of that match. And I think, to be honest, I really do think that was where the momentum shifted really, really hard. What do you think, Hova?
I'd have to say, I mean, I'm not sure. I really didn't. I watched this game pretty closely, and I think it was Boobs that was really controlling the actual structure game per se. But the mid game, it was kind of weird because LIG really banked in on the mid game, and they really kind of overwhelmed them in the mid. And I played LIG last week, and they weren't the best at the mid. They kind of dominated our structures, which was pretty interesting. Which was kind of just something that Boobs needs to work on to compete in next game against JST, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it was a really close game, and a much closer game than I think people expected.
Let me see. So Sen put it really doesn't
much closer than Speedy expected. That's for sure.
Oh, dude, Matt was pulling his hair out. His beautiful locks. He was pulling them out. Dude, Lambo was out here. Dude, they were. It was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So now let's move on to the matches for this week. We got some barn burners, boys. We got some barn burners. So we're gonna start off at the top left again, as we usually do. We got K374 versus UCS. Let's talk about what y'all kind of think is gonna happen, and who do y'all have winning this match?
I have UCS winning.
Okay.
Personally. I mean, I think it's going to be a good match, but I don't think K374 has the, I don't want to say strategy. I don't think that they have the unique strat that will counter UCS's strength.
Okay. What about you, Lambo?
Yeah, I mean, this is a season for UCS. I think they make it further than they ever have, and I think they will beat K374, the returning finalist from last year.
So here's the only thing I will say. I do still, and I agree with you, I have UCS taking this one. But after watching UCS play at SX54, the way that they played Occupation in that game has me a little worried. Because for a fact that K374 is very strong in middle, okay? Which is one of the strong suits for UCS. They've wrecked people in the middle. Like, it hasn't been close. They have dominated in middle. So now you're going to compete with a team that has a very dominant mid game, okay? So that Occupation game needs to be on point. And if they pull out what they did against SX54, I can easily see K374 winning this one, especially with how good their mid game is. I can easily see them going 50-50 or, splitting stuff with UCS and mid, and then making it all about Occupation. So in that regard, I can see a key to victory for K374. But like I said, I think UCS will go. They've watched that tape. They've gone back. They're going to correct it. And before that match, they've looked dominant across the board. So I think that's where what's gonna show us. But I do see a way where K374 could come out with an upset if UCS don't show up the way they've been showing up. So I think we're unanimous across the board. UCS, I think we all have winning this one. I don't think it's gonna be by much. I think it'll be by about 3K. It's gonna be somewhere around there. So we'll see how it goes though. All right, 1V versus C9N. I'll start with it. I like C9N, okay? But I think there is a ceiling that C9N consistently hits every single season. And I think they've already hit that ceiling. I don't know if they have what it takes to beat a super organized, very fluid team like 1V. I don't think it will be a blowout, but I don't think it's going to be, you know, by 1,000 points. I think this one's going to be by like 5 to 7K. Just because of how fluid and how organized 1V is, I think they will pull this one out on over CV or C9N. Apologies.
Yeah, as much as I don't want to see 1B and JST battling in the finals here, although it might be good for the game as a whole, because then there may be more community uproar about a separate Korean league. I do think 1B is too strong for C9N.
I'm with kind of the majority. I think 1B showed its strength against OV. I'd hate to say you're right, Bulb, in regards to C9N having a ceiling, because they're consistently really good every single time.
Correct.
That we haven't seen that next leg up, that next kind of level that they can ascend to.
Yep.
And we might see it against 1B. And I do think that if C9N pulls out and beats 1B, I do think they will beat UCS and move on to the championship game.
Ooh.
That is my...
That's
my
bold. That's bold. I like it. Nice.
Yeah. But I think C9N needs to pick it up. They need to prepare for a very tough match.
Yep.
Because I think 1B is going to take it to them.
Yep. I think it's going to be very sure. All right. This was the match that Lambo ruined. I'm just kidding. No, he didn't. But we're going to have fun with it. TR versus Song. Well, you know what? Since Lambo kicked this one off, we're going to have Lambo talk about the juicy match that is TR versus Song this week. What are your thoughts, brother? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I originally picked Song to go to the finals against OV. Well, I mean, obviously, OV's gone. But at this point in time, after watching TR against Smash Squad, this is going to be a harder match than people think for Song. And I think TR has really stepped up its game this season. And, you know, they want to, well, I don't talk to them personally, but I think they want to be known as a dominant KVK kingdom and a Arculosiris League kingdom as well. You know, they've got those two teams in the top 16, and TR has been doing phenomenal against all comers. You know, I think TR pulls this out in a very close match.
What about you, Lambo? Or, sorry, Ova.
I mean, I think Lambo really nailed it on the head. Hold on 1 second. I'm placing a flag.
Ooh. Hova's doing that juicy stuff right now.
Bulba, send your troops, build.
No, I think Lambo knocked it right on the head. I really think this game's going to be a lot closer than what the bets showed. Great betting line for TR. If you haven't put any cash money on TR, I would definitely drop the dollar bills on them.
Cash money. Oh shit. That's pretty good. It's 4-1 right there. Ooh.
Yeah. The odds are there, and they are good enough to beat Song. So I would definitely put some on them if you're looking at a bet. But I think this is just a good match. And I'm really, out of all the matches that will be played, this is the one that I think people should be watching.
So when TR combine forces with Rose, this is the kind of match, and this is to kind of give you my thought process behind it. This is the kind of match that I imagined. This is where the benefit of bringing those players comes in. Okay. When Rose took on UCS last season and beat them, everybody was shocked. Nobody had Rose beating them, beating UCS, and they did. You know, I think that benefit is going to come into play. Okay. Because you've been under this pressure. If I had to say it, I think last season with Rose versus UCS would be a harder match than TR versus Song. So I'm not saying that they're, you know, it's not that way. I think with the experience that Rose players are going to bring in combination with what TR's strategy and it's all a mesh of everything that we've been talking about. The missing piece that I thought TR was missing, they brought in, you know, experience in tough grind out games, which this is going to be a grinder. Like literally, you know, all the memes intended, this is going to be a grinder of a game. This is not going to be a blowout with a comeback of, I think this is going to be a straight arc for arc, structure for structure. Like it's going to come down to the wire. And I just think you know, if I'm a betting man and I really, really do think that TR has massive potential to upset Song. Okay. Where I think the upset may occur isn't going to be in mid though. I think TR are very good in mid, but I think Song are better. I think the occupation is what's going to drive the difference. When Song beat UCS, it was the same way. It was structure game. It was neutrals. It was all that kind of stuff against a very aggressive team, which TR is already aggressive. So I think it's going to come down to that. And I think it's just coming down to the wire and TR pull it out. So that's why I think this is definitely, I'm very sad. I'm going to try my best to make a 13 UTC match for Cass. We're going to be in Austin, so I'm going to try. But we'll see how it goes. If I'm here in time, that will probably be the match that we're going to stream. So definitely go check it out. That for me is the match at 13 UTC to watch.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, both teams, don't forget about provisioning. If you're waiting outside a structure to get in and reinforce that structure, you better be sitting in a fucking caravan getting 1 point. Every point matters.
Dude, Hova has a lot. Dude, Hova needs to start an OnlyFans out here, dude. He has more fans in the chat.
No.
How strong was TR Groggy? Oh, dude, Groggy was in TR? I didn't know that.
No, it's yeah.
Oh, is it a meme? Oh no.
No, he's asking how strong TR was to Groggy.
Oh, okay. I thought TR Groggy, like he was in TR. I was like, I don't know that. You can ask Groggy. See, you think they have a chance? I do think they have a very good chance. I am betting on TR. Look, even Groggy says it. Against Song, definitely. You guys are so lame. Oh, that's fucking Hova, dude. Never mind. All right, here we go. I don't even need to ask Hova. I already know what he's going to choose, you know, or else he's going to end up in a Korean prison. JST versus boobs. Will Chuni be able to conquer the boobs? That is the question. So we'll start off with, actually, you know what? I'll start this one off and then we'll work our way and finish with Hova. JST, guys, if y'all haven't seen my bracket, I have JST and 1v making the finals. I just think JST are, like I said, you know, they put in the effort, they put in that time. I'm not saying other teams don't take it like that. I'm just saying they're one of those teams that puts in the extra effort, the extra timing, you know, they have the Korean Osiris League. There's a lot of additional benefits that they have that they get. And I think as much as I love boobs, and y'all know I love boobs, my boy JD, you know, Sebo, there's a bunch of people in there that I rep. I don't think that they played a team that is anywhere near the caliber of JST this season. K374 doesn't come close. And it's not a jab at them, but the organization and rotations and all that kind of stuff from these top two Korean teams are just insane. Even BG put up an insane fight. So I just think that the rotations, the mid game has been phenomenal for JST. For those of y'all who don't know, they have wrecked. They have looked very similar to UCS in mid, but they have the rotations to occupation and stuff like that as well. So they're constantly rotating from in to out and so on and so forth, and then reverse. And, you know, it looks very similar to 1v in that regard. So I definitely have JST taking this one. I think it will still be close because of provisions. I haven't, from the matches I've cast with JST, I haven't paid attention to the provisions. So that could be an element that maybe boobs can take advantage of. But we'll pay attention to that one. What do you think, Lambo?
I I don't know why. I can't explain it.
Mhm.
I feel like Boobs is gonna win. I have no reasoning behind it. There's no method to the madness. I just do not think Chuni will be motorboating this Sunday.
What about you, Hova?
I mean, I have JST. I can tell you all why and stuff like that, but I don't see anything that Boobs does that JST doesn't do better.
Provisions?
Maybe provision. Maybe that's the one thing with JD.
Now with the nuke, I can see how that kind of makes it a null point. But I
don't know how much Boobs is preparing for this game, how much they're getting ready for it. But I think JST is going to come, and then they're going to come really hard and give them the PP for sure. So,
so I have been told that the entire Boobs team, along with another 20 people from 100 are migrating to 1052 after League. So that will give 1052 OV and Boobs, and I think that will make them both stronger in future seasons.
And LV too?
The LV is still there,
Okay.
Although there's some things going on there, but we won't get into that. That'll give 52 two super solid teams plus LV next season. And I think Boobs is out to prove something this season. I just got a gut feeling.
I like it when we never agree. Love to see it. All right. Man, any final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen? I told y'all this was going to be kind of a quicker one because we're only going through these. I'm going to go through bets. If y'all want to hang around and tell me y'all's bets, y'all are more than welcome to. I know Lambo has been up a really long day, for a long time today. So I wanted to kind of get through this and then, let my boy go to sleep, get his beauty sleep. And then we're going to do our bets after this. I got 76,000 Oryx to go lay down, and we're going to lay all of them down. So any final thoughts before we switch over?
Just, I'm not going to stick around for the bets. Obviously this is all fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Any one of these teams could win this week. These are all phenomenal teams. When you get to the top 8, it's always through dedication, hard work, practice, effort of every single player on these teams. So picking against one team is not necessarily bad or whatever. It's not because we hate a team.
Yep.
And sometimes you go with your gut.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, like what you're saying, like there is going to be a winner and there is going to be a loser of each of these games. And someone's going to win doesn't mean that they don't like the team that we're picking to lose.
Yeah.
Because we have to pick one, and in the end, there's going to be one winner. Even my team, AVG, didn't even win. Like we were technically losers this league as well. So there's only one winner. And it's been a really, really exciting league this far to cover.
Man, next season, it depends on how the kingdoms get stacked, but next season could be spicy depending on how the format goes. So we're gonna see. I'm already excited. I expected it to feel like this from the very beginning, but when I found out how the realms were split, then it kind of dampened it down. So this is what Osiris League is all about, guys. It's not, we do this for content. We're not on the fence kind of people. We like choosing winners and losers, and then if y'all want to make fun of us, then make fun of us. Make a clip. I have people that clip shit and put it in videos and meme it and do it. Make fun. I love content. Content. We do all this for content for y'all so that y'all love it and enjoy it. But yeah, let me go ahead and let Mr. Lambo go because I know Lambo is
Final thought.
all right.
Yes, I have been up since almost midnight doing the Dark Altars fighting KVK. But I guarantee you, I would not miss a league match to go to fucking bed right now. Okay.
It comes back. It comes back. I know Lambo brought up the point again. We had people not show up for their match. Yeah,
Top 32.
No, not even top 32, top 16. We had people not show up last week. And Anubis, I think it was. People didn't show up.
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious. Top 16 didn't show up. I was absolutely pissed off. Because look. Anubis, I think it was Anubis. Yep, there it is. They had 0 points for the first, I think, like 35, 40 minutes. They didn't show up. And we look back because we felt bad because the team that they barely beat in top 32 got beat, so they didn't play. And then you have a team that doesn't show up. Like that to me, there has to be like, I get that this is kind of a weird situation, but this has happened way too much this season. And it's in like very opportune, like the opportunity here was lost for another team because this team decided not to show up. And I get it, KVK or whatever the reason being, that's fine. But there needs to be some sort of rule in the future that is set for if your team doesn't show, then the match doesn't count and you bring somebody. I don't know what they're going to do. I can't really make a suggestion on that, but it doesn't seem fair because what it feels like to me is that this team, literally their goal was to get top 16 and then completely abandon it. That's all it feels like to me. So whether
it's a fucking slap in the face to every single other person, every single other team that has worked their asses off in an attempt to get there.
Yep. So we'll leave it at that part. I believe they were the only one that didn't do it, but we were still triggered because people were telling us that they didn't show up, and I was kind of like, oh no, there's another one. There you go. There's in Sobek. Top 16 didn't show up. They're 520 points. So, you know, and it's one of those things.
What the hell?
Yeah. And it's one of those things, guys, that they're going to definitely have to address because all that feels like is reward chasers to me. You know, they're coming in to get top 16 just to get there, say they got there, and then they YOLO, bye. You know, which is okay in their own right, but it's not fair to those people who are actually trying to compete and play in this event that they're producing. And then for you not to show just looks embarrassing. It's bad. It's a bad look. So we'll leave it at that. Lambo, go get some sleep, brother. I probably shouldn't have showed you that because now your blood pressure is going to be all sky high. You're going to have to, you know, get a foot rub, you know, fast fingers.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to sleep now for a good hour and a half. Thank you very much.
All right, brother. I appreciate you hopping on the stream, bud.
All right, y'all. We'll catch you next week.
All right. Have a good one. All right, Hova, do you need a dip or you want to hang out for the bets?
I can hang out for the bets.
All right, let's do it. Do you want to talk about which bets? Because I can't see your screen. Have you done your bets yet, or are you still holding off?
Yeah, I did my bet.
Okay. Ooh, who does Hova bet for? Did you go all in on somebody, or did you spread it across?
No, I put all my coins on JST.
All right, so JST is, dang, you went for the 1-for-1 trade? Nice.
It wasn't a 1-for-1 when I ripped it, but I would still bet all my coins on this because this odds is still crazy.
Gotcha. So there's only 4 to bet from each realm. I think there's some actual spicy ones in Anubis that we're definitely going to touch on. So let me get into the other realms first, and then we'll end off in Horus. So we got 76K to blow. Got, and this is what I've been saying, and I tell my members this all the time. 254 were always known from last season, not this season, from last season. They were always known for being a KVK kingdom. Okay. That was what they were known for. They had an ARC team. They had a couple ARC teams that were good, but they just, you know, it was one of those where KVK team, so on and so forth. This season, they've kind of doubled down on it, and they're still very competitive in KVK. but they have some ARC teams to match now, which I'm very, very impressed on. On the flip side, in Anubis, I see the same exact thing happening right now, and that's what excites me about one of the bets that I'm going to do. I see 530 in the same light that I'm seeing 254. I'm not saying that they're the exact same competitive wise. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying as a kingdom, they were always known for KVK. They had an ARC team that did okay. They made it in the top 16, so on and so forth. And then they would kind of taper off. But now they're looking pretty scary in Anubis. So I'm actually going to put a bet on them because I actually think they have potential. I'm not saying that they will win outright, but I think they have potential to actually knock out B636. So I'm actually going to put a little juice behind that. That and the bet, the betting line doesn't hurt either. So we're almost looking at 4-1, 48 mil to 140 mil. So I'm actually going to put a little juice for that one. I'm just going to let me just put 5 because there's the other one that I actually want to put more on, and then we can always come back.
Yeah, and just to kind of touch on what Bulba was saying in terms of like betting lines and stuff like that, like a lot of these, like an exact example is the TR versus Song match. Like I really truly think that is a good 1-to-1. Like it's going to be a good match, and it could go either way. And I don't think it's going to be like a different way where it's, I'm trying to look at it like a different realm where it's more lopsided game per se.
Yeah.
Like the UCS against, who are they playing?
Oh my God, did we just forget? Holy shit, we just forgot. Oh my God. Feels bad in chat. You 3K 374.
374. So
we just went over it.
I know, right? It's been one of those days.
Oh, I feel you.
It's a prime example of like, I do think UCS has a big edge over K374, and that the betting line should be that way. But K530 and B636, I think it's a good, close, even match. Like K530 is always been a pretty big powerhouse in that realm. That's where Noon went. That's where a lot of different and to mention or to say something towards TK, 530 isn't the one that had the Civil War. That's 597. 597 is the one with the Civil War. I don't know if it's still going on, but
oh, is that the one with the invisible whale or whatever the fuck that person was? No. Oh no, that was in some other. Oh
like
man,
21 something.
People's cheeks got real puckered with that one.
I thought it was hilarious.
Somebody was like, "Teach me how to do this." So I was like,
and then there was Baba's like screenshot of him asking support about like, how can this be true? like I spent $2 million on this game, and like I'm only this power. Like this person's already blah blah blah. And then they were like, "Oh, we found some suspicious activity. We banned the account." And Baba was like, "Oh, next haircut is on me, Karen," or something like that. And I'm like, "You're such a noodle."
Oh man, I love it. Yeah.
It was funny. It was good.
So I think the other one I was gonna bet on in Anubis was the 6P versus TZA, but the betting line has flattened out quite a bit. I think people are catching on to 6P, which is another alliance in 530. I'll probably put a little bit in it. I'll just put the rest, that way we have an even bet. So 1787. And just so y'all know, everybody keeps talking about perfect bet. Guys, I'm not out for the perfect bet. If I was out for perfect bet, I'd bet on one match, go all in, and go just do that. But for content, if I did that, it would be like a 1.5-minute video, and everybody would downvote it because they're like, "What the fuck? You're not talking about anything. You're not betting on anything." So that's why I bet multiple. I want to say I'm about 70% right now, but the ones that I know for a fact I was going to lose, I put very little on. I wouldn't have bet otherwise on those, but let me see. Make Hova's head look normal size. I did. I fixed it, but he's building flags right now. Bet on whom? Well, whom are favorites. That's why I'm not betting on whom, because they're favorites. That's the whole point. And I've told y'all that winning one for, well, you're not even winning one for one. You're winning one for like 0.25. You're winning like 25% back of what you're betting in that one. Check Discord. I'm 100% including picking upsets. Oh, okay. I'll check it out here in a minute, Groggy. If I check it on here, it'll freak Hova's head out because I have to have it full screen for the stream. 60 GT, I think will handle them. BIA, you know, bye. You know, they might be saying bye to him. You know, singing a little Backstreet Boys as they boot him out. So. TOC versus WIB. Oh, man. I just don't see that. I think WIB, if they didn't have the commander lock, this league wouldn't even be competitive. That's how good they were with their commanders. Lost versus Rays. This is an interesting one because coming in, I honestly thought the top two teams were Lost and WIB. So the fact that they aren't favorites actually makes me a little excited. Because I think Lost, let me see, who did they play? Because I keep confusing them. Give me a second. Oh, I backed out. Because I keep confusing them. Give me 1 second, fam. That's that. Bro, I just want to see their matches. Son of a bitch. Rays. I wanted to say that they had a competitive match with somebody, but I can't remember who. And I gotta look. Guess I can pull this up. I don't really want to. That's a whole lot of work, but oh well. Here it goes. Let me see. WIB. I think they're on the right side, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there. Maybe not. Maybe not. Speedy. What's going on, brother? How's it going, brother? Welcome to the Burrito Gang, my friend. You're already in the Discord, and you are a member as well, so welcome, brother. Let me see. I don't know. I think call it a gut feeling, but I'm gonna stick with my guns. I firmly do believe that Lost and WIB are the two best teams in this realm. So I'm gonna put a little juice behind that. You know, say what you want. I know Raccoon out there doing his thing. Let me see. Let's put a little juice. Let's put 5K, I guess. Oh shit, that's 50. Whoops. Oh shit, that was almost a oopsies right there. Dang, that would have sucked. All right, let me see. All right, let's go back to our home realm. Horus, your boy Chuni out there looking good. That 50-50 bet. C9N, I don't think is going to do it. K374, that one's interesting. I think it's still a good line to bet. So we're gonna actually do that one. Y'all got me worried about this TR song one, but I really do. I think the 4-1 is just too good.
Yeah, it's way too good.
It's way too good to pass up. Yeah, we're gonna toss.
Not toss points on it.
No pressure, TR. But this is the most coins I put on a team this season. So if y'all lose, I probably can't clear the shop out anymore. All right. And then 374, that one, I think that one's going to level out a little bit more. So we're just going to put a little juice in that one. Let's put, wait, who is this one again? Hold on. 374 UCS. Man, I don't want to put that much in this one. You know what? Let's put 5-1, or let's put 6. Hold on. Right? No, 5. Yeah, we'll put that. Dude, we still have 35,000 orcs in here. What are we doing with our lives? What are we doing with our lives?
Are you gonna spend it all?
Dude, I'm gonna spend it all, bro. I'm gonna spend it all. We're gonna either not clear the shop.
I've definitely cleared the shop.
Do we clear the shop? I guess we could. I don't care about these damn blueprints. I guess we'll clear that. Wait a second. I'll clear the shit that I actually care about. Let me see. Do we really need another structure? Dang. When are they gonna make cities bigger so we can fit all these fucking ornaments and shit in here?
They've already increased the size once.
24 hours, dude. I think I have like 400 of those. I guess I could get more keys. I guess. It's not much I really want in here. Okay, all right. 14,800. All right, chat. We're gonna leave it to y'all. We're gonna leave it to y'all. 14,800 Oryx to spend. We're only putting it on one team. So whoever gets the most votes, cast your vote, and that is where we're gonna put them.
Yeesh.
This is gonna.
I mean, JST. That's my vote.
All right, so Hova has JST. Put your votes in the chat, fam, and then we will put them.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad line, but
K916. Oh Lord. Throw a safety bet on CD70. CD70 I think are gonna win, so I don't think it's a safety bet because the odds should be super stacked. Oh, it's almost 1-for-1. That's kind of a safety bet. I still say CD70, but I am biased. I like CD70. I didn't think the odds were that good. But 1-for-1 isn't bad. Okay. So we got what? Two for CD70. Wait. 3 for CD70. Dang, people coming out here hot. What do we want, fam? Y'all vote and we're gonna put it. I'll give it like 2 more minutes. And I'll wait for y'all if y'all want to type it in chat. If not, then it'll be CD70. Yeah, CD70 were by far the favorites in that realm. So here, I will... What is it? Sobek. And then I always say R2D2 and it's RK2K or some shit like that. I always say it wrong. So CD70's on the left. RD2K. All right. I guess we're going to do that. Do we want to split it? Let me see. Y'all are making some interesting points here. All right. The Mafia is coming out. So let me see. The Mafia is coming out. So, Baztec. 2-1. Nah, I was gonna say, man, that TOC one looking 10 mil to 150 mil looking real juicy too, but I don't think TOC is gonna be WIB. Just go all in on TR or JST. All right, here we'll do this. We'll please everybody here. CD70, we'll do a little juicy bet here. 4,800. That will get me back there. And we have 10K. Oh shit. All right, I guess we're going in, fam. Making me sweat out here. $35K on TR. We got 5,100 on K374. We left JST alone. We don't want to jinx it. Anubis, we got K530. We took 6P, so we got the duo from 530 winning this week. Bastet, we have Lost winning. And Sobek, we have CD70 as a safety bet. Then what Bulba he's saying too much. Dude, Speedy, make sure Cloudy takes that pie to the face, bro. Don't forget. Don't let him slide on that. You know, a bet's a bet. Your boy out there, you know, trying to make odds and make claims out there, and then he lost. So you gotta make sure he does that pie in the face. You know, maybe if you go smash him in the face, you know, maybe that'll make it better for the channel. You know what I'm saying? Those are some logical good bets. Yeah. Join the call, Speedy. Nah, dude. Facts. I'll make sure. Red was like, bro, I can't stop smelling my upper lip. Dude, Hova's head looking thick right now. Look, just stay like that, Hova. All right, just stay like that. Give me a second.
Oh no, I'm being targeted everywhere.
Hello, ladies. Dude, look at
Oh
this.
my god.
Dude, look at this.
You are terrible. Oh my gosh. That's what Speedy sees in his dreams.
Oh, dude, is this Speedy's? This is Speedy's wet dream right here. It's right here. Look at those blue eyes. Dang, look into him, Speedy. Hot damn. Look, random guy. Hot damn. Who that handsome man? That's Hova. Go hit him up in Discord. Go hit him up in Discord.
Oh my god.
That dude loves archers for sure. Oh damn. So, all right, let me fix Hova, that way he don't get embarrassed. All right, give me a second. But we're gonna end up having to run here in a hot second, fam, because I gotta start getting ready for this wedding. We're gonna shoot tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump to.
You're gonna go do some fighting, brother.
Yeah, I got some fighting and other things I gotta check on.
All right, brother. Have a good one, my man. Thanks again for hopping on.
Rock on.
Rock on, brother. Later.
Later.
All right, boys and girls. All right, so we did both. We did our Bulbattalion. We did our bet show. I hope y'all enjoyed everything. I normally would do the bets. Oh man, I'm hot. I normally would do it on a separate video, but we are going to be out of town tomorrow morning, and I got to start getting all our bags packed and all our stuff tonight and go feed the wife and do all that fun stuff. But I am going to try my best. I cannot make a promise because 13 UTC for me is 8 a.m. and I have an hour and a half drive in the morning, and I don't think I'm going to get up at 6 a.m. to drive back to get to a cast. So I don't want to promise you anything for 13 UTC. 15, I am going to do my best to do that one for sure. And 19, there are no matches at 19 UTC. So those are the only two time slots. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the show, have been enjoying all the content with Lambo and Hova. Make sure y'all let them know if you're in our Discord that you appreciate it. They have been putting in the work to help this show really come to life. Mad Phantom, all of our guests, thank you again for making it a phenomenal show. We definitely will be doing a season 2 of this. I know the community has been in love with it. If the boys want to hop on and continue on, then we will do it. If not, the show will go on. But I do love our fancy crew. I forgot to tell y'all guys, we now can officially trigger Lambo, okay? We now can officially say we have 2 Osiris League champions on the stream. Because Hova's in JST. And JST won the Korean Osiris League. So now we have 2 champions of the Osiris League on this show now. But I appreciate y'all, fam. Thank you again. Make sure before y'all head out, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Come hop on the Discord. We'll be chilling and hanging out later. And yeah, we'll see y'all again in a couple days. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I am Anthony with the Bulbaritos, and I will see you all on the next live stream. Bulba out.